Pisces, what's going on? Welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it. Welcome in. We are, we officially moved into Cancer season. Whoop, whoop. I love Cancer energy. It's a little bit more supportive and nourishing to our hearts, right? Places that we really need to kind of just honor our emotions, our feelings, give ourselves that sense of love, stability, nurture. Definitely comes with the Cancer energy. It's been a lot lately. We've had a lot of up and down. We've had a lot of things that have kind of maybe some of them have blown up in our face, but some stuff like just really kind of switching the trajectory around certain situations, dynamics. And we're trying to kind of get a grip on everything that is changing, right? Pluto heralds the time of change. It's in retrograde right now. It just moved into Aquarius back in November. And so we're kind of reacclimating and adjusting to a new way of being. But Aquarian energy is really beautiful. It gives us the promise of, our wishes fulfilled, essentially. This value that we can be creative and inventive in the way that we live our life and still have all our wants and needs met. We can still find that fulfillment. Not everything has to be done, by the book, so to speak. I don't know. Don't hate me for saying that. That might get me into trouble. But just this value of like stepping outside of the lines a little bit more, giving ourselves a little bit more creative freedom, whatever that means to you in your life, connecting with yourself in a way that feels more authentic, right? And not just to like get something done. So that's why I like to start off these readings with an energy cleansing. Just set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any blocks, obstacles, limitations we might be coming into. It's a really good time to set your own intention as well, Pisces, especially if you've come in with something on your heart or mind that you would like Spirit to deliver messages to around. Definitely give that over. Be open to receive. It's a really great way to personalize these collective readings. And I also do personal readings. I offer a variety of healing and wellness services. Readings are one of them. If you want me to look at your specific situation, how it's faring, where it's headed, or if you're looking for more of a rebalancing of self, mind, body, soul, I do energy healing as well as Ayurvedic or holistic wellness consultations. When we're feeling good, strong, grounded in ourselves, that's really where we're manifesting our happiness, right? Like we know what we want and what we don't want, and we're less apt to choose situations that are going to bring us disappointment, etc. I mean, we have to evolve. I don't know. Sorry. That's going to be a K-hole for me, a black hole for me to go down. But tangent. Sorry. I don't know if black hole's the right term. All right. So if I would love to help support in whatever way, definitely hit me up. All the info to get into contact with me is in the description box below. All right, Pisces, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so we may see and understand the messages clearly. Help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit guides, guardian angels, Mama Love, Opa. All right. I almost got burned there. The Spirit guides are wanting to talk, wanting to communicate. You can even be feeling that way for yourself right now, Pisces. Like, I feel like you kind of have, you have a lot on the horizon is what I was hearing. And I feel like you're kind of in this space of really just like sifting through, trying to figure out what your next steps are, and maybe you are getting hints of which way to go. There is this element of divine timing that definitely feels like right place, right time. And I feel like that's kind of why this is coming up, so that you're opening up to your intuition a little bit more or relying on it a little bit more. yes, staying in your daily to-dos, what you need to get done, but also allowing yourself to kind of be, you know, a little bit more flexible, a little bit more free. i.e. like if you can take some time off, right? If you can dip out of work early, or, you know, if you want to go check out something, you know, whatever, like a farmer's market, a band, whatever it is, right? Just something that, you know, feels inspirational. It definitely has this energy around it, like putting yourself out there. You know, things are coming to like there's something in your life that you can definitely feel like is on its way to you. It's evolving, right? And it does have that energy of a level up. Here we have the Ocean card, which is water energy, also reminding us that value of intuition. Right now, Neptune is in Aries. So I'm seeing this as like learning to trust yourself on a whole new level. And unfortunately, Saturn is in conjunction with Aries, meaning that there can be a tendency to not trust yourself, or to talk yourself out of things. And Saturn's asking us to kind of do the work, right? To really like see the reality of things. There's been this trickster, charmer kind of energy in the astrology lately, where we want to be really mindful of like who and what we're dealing with, right? The places that people are hiding or kind of like lying to get what they want. It's definitely been this time of weeding all that stuff out. I feel like we're reaching the tail end-ish of some of that stuff. I'm not saying it's all magically disappearing, but to that point, it looks like you've kind of, you know, and it hasn't really been easy because you have been in a time of transformation. I feel like a lot of this, like what you know is coming to you, feels like it's taken a little bit longer than what you had hoped. But it's not necessarily a bad thing, Pisces, because it's actually like been in service to you, is what I'm hearing. Like had things moved faster or whatever, I feel like it wouldn't have been as sweet as what it is now, as like kind of what you see is on the horizon, because you're a little more apt to be hopeful. This feels like, yeah, you came from a time where you were hopeless and there wasn't a lot signaling that it was like gonna get any better anytime soon. But now it's changing, right? Like there is a little bit of something on the horizon. I don't know, but you're also still afraid. So here's the thing, like as much as maybe you wish things would be in a different place, right? Like you're in a different place, you have whatever it is that you feel like you're kind of going after what you want to see in your life. Like if you're in that quote unquote perfect place, it looks like there's this need to kind of strengthen yourself a little bit more to prepare it, because to prepare yourself for what is coming in. Either, like I'm hearing this as twofold. It's partially some of the past stuff that hasn't been worked out that is going to actually infiltrate if you allow it. And this can be specifically from people, situations that you have had to cut out of your life. It feels like people that are really close to you or you share a close bond with, etc., that you've had to kind of rework those relationship dynamics. Okay, that's crazy. And I shuffled these cards, you saw. Aquarius got the same two cards in the same two spots. Sorry, that took a minute for me to come out. But yeah, it looks like, I don't know, like it's almost like you can't trust someone completely, trust their motivations, their intentions. They've been foolish in the past. Maybe they've even ghosted you, or like, I don't know, you're kind of seeing someone's true colors. Like, you know this about them. I don't feel like you're necessarily in a good spot with them. But you know how they push and how they force their agenda. Maybe that's a better way to say it. And I feel like you don't really want to be a part of this anymore, because whatever work you've done on yourself, this is feeling less appealing. Whether this is someone like continually asking for chances, like this feels like trying to work something out over and over and over again. It's the same problem, it's the same pattern, it's the same thing over and over, and you're kind of over it. You want things to be better, because like it's like you feel like good in yourself, you know, like it's almost like you feel like you have a lot of good things going for you. So why should it feel so icky? But here's the bottom line, right? As I kind of was saying in the very beginning, you have to make sure that you're cleaning up whatever this is. And to me, this looks like you're going to have to set some boundaries with someone because they're not going to get the message, or because they're used to having the pattern over and over and over again. They're thinking that they're going to get something out of it, right? It's almost like they feel like they're going to make you see them as they want you to see them, but what they actually do in real time is not in alignment with that vision, right? And I feel like you've kind of been through it with them a lot, and you're at a place, like, I feel like you guys did have some time apart, or time where there was just not a lot of communication that gave you time to think, that's given you time to heal. I do feel like you're still in this process. Because here's the thing, your energy is basically telling you to self-protect, right? It's like, I keep hearing like, you know their tactics. You know their tactics. You know how they're going to try to force their agenda. And that's where you have to be a little bit more vigilant. I don't know, maybe you feel like, I kind of feel like they're roping you into some level of guilt as well. Let's see what this is. Okay. Yeah, it's like they're making you, like, I feel like they're holding you accountable on some level to some like responsibility. But again, it's out of ulterior motives. It's out of like, so you'll kind of come back, so you'll comply. And I feel like you've had to kind of just, again, set some boundaries because someone's not getting the message at all. I think you've been conscious of them, like mindful of their feelings. I think you've played nice. That's how it looks. You're not trying to be an a-hole. It doesn't come across that way. Maybe you feel that way, or you're putting that on yourself. There are some more challenges that you have to go through around this. And this kind of goes back to like releasing. I'm not saying, you know, and releasing is something I'm not really sure that like it is just a matter of time, right? Like you can be doing all the healing work you want, but it can still take the time it needs to take in order to release, to let go, and to heal. And because I'm seeing this like back and forth dance with this person's situation, I feel like the way that they approach you, it makes you think, right? Like you actually take it to heart. This is something that you care about. This is something that, like, on one hand, yes, you want to be successful. You want to put yourself first. But on the other hand, you want to make sure that you're not taking advantage of the situation, that you're being really smart, that you're being really mindful, right? We have a lot of 4s on the board. 4s are all about stability. So I'm hearing this as like, you want to make sure that like you're being stable and supported in your approach, right? And here's the thing, I think this person has some convincing arguments, some things that make you stop and think. Like I was saying, it's not like you're just trying to throw something away, but angelic assistance, it says, observe your inner knowing and ask for support. And this goes back to that Saturn, Neptune in Aries that I was talking about. It's been easy for you to believe them in the past. That's why it's a pattern. That's why it goes back and forth all the time. And you know, I don't know. It's just like the nature of the psyche, right? We go through separation and then it's easier to have that honeymoon phase again. But here's the thing, cross the great waters, a big undertaking, time for action, new possibilities. It's this value, not to overly simplify, don't hate me for it, Pisces, but this value of like, it's a choice, right? It's a 2 of Swords energy. Here are your options. You're going to go down this path and it's going to be what you know, what you've seen it to be in the past, or yeah, you break free. You break free from the pattern, and you choose new possibilities, right? We all have free will, and that's where this is kind of coming down. We can choose to like go through the same cycles with people as much as we want, right? But that's where Pluto in Aquarius is really challenging us to break those cycles that are a little bit more toxic, or we know they're just like not going to go anywhere, right? This person wants you to believe that they are this, and they haven't really done the work to get there. It's as simple as that. Instead, they're trying to like do the work to convince you, where they could have just been investing in like whatever this refinement is that they need. So that's a little bit much. I'm so sorry. Relationships have definitely been in focus this week. We have a new moon in Cancer coming up. It's a great time to set new intentions. It's a great time to look at how you feel around people, situations, and then set intentions that actually honor your heart, your mind, your soul. So I hope this helps, Pisces. Thank you so much for your time, for your energy always. I hope you enjoyed the reading and found messages that resonated for you here. Definitely drop comments below if you did. I love to hear, or just say hey, share, and a little love, a little TLC. I so appreciate all the love, all the support that you bring to the channel. No, I'm sending it back your way.